What is good, Light Fam? Welcome to another video. My name is David, and in this video we're going to be discussing how to keep 2020 vision on your New Year's resolutions in the year 2020. I'm going to give you 4 ways to stay on track. We're starting right now. Alright guys, so if you're new to the video, make sure you click subscribe, smash that notification bell as I do drop spiritual tutorials every week. And you never know, one of these videos may end up being the insight that you need to answer some of your spiritual questions. So without further ado, let's get right on into the content. So I saw a meme the other day that said the year 2020 represents perfect vision. But what are we perfectly focused on? Are we perfectly focused on more of the same that we just experienced in this past year? Or do we have a new vision that we're perfectly focused on? 2020 represents a great year to stay perfectly focused on building the life of your dreams, building the life that you want, and even finding your life's purpose, getting on that right path that you're vibrationally aligned with as being your life's purpose. Now, for some of you guys that are into numerology, you will notice that the year 2020 has the number 22 in it. And as I just stated in my last video that you can watch right here, 22 is one of the master numbers. A master number just basically means that it can't be reduced to its root singular number, and that it has its own inherent properties and attributes. Now, the master number 22 is what's known as the master builder. So the master number 22 is about building your dreams brick by brick, staying diligent, staying pragmatic, and building your life to be custom made as to what you're looking for. So when we kind of combine the two, where the year 2020 is about having perfect vision on what you want, and it's also infused with the power of the master builder, building the life of your dreams, it's a great year to make everything that you want to come to fruition happen for you. Put those old excuses away, put those old bad habits that are keeping you out of receiving what you really want in life, and move forward. And for some of you guys that have been seeing 22 pop up in your daily life, you are really vibrationally in alignment on the fast track to make your dreams come true in 2020. So how do we keep perfect vision on those dreams, Light Fam, when it's March or April and nothing seems to have happened yet? We haven't attained our goals yet. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to give you 4 ways. Step number 1. Become your goal, or become your resolution. What do I mean by that? Create a future you. Create a future you that has already accomplished all of the dreams, all of the goals that you're setting for yourself in 2020. Remember, every thought that's ever been thought exists. So on some level, that thought already has life. So start giving it energy. Create a future you. And this is great to do in meditation. You can sit in meditation and you can envision that future you strolling on in, having a conversation with you. What would he or she say to you? Would he or she suggest that you stop doing certain activities, that you get rid of certain relationships that may not be serving you? And really use your imagination here. Imagine your future self having this very detailed conversation with you about how wonderful life is now that X has happened, and really put every little detail into it so that it seems real. The goal is to integrate that future self into your current reality. You want to integrate it. And then you can even go a little bit deeper. See that future self going around to all of the relationships and acquaintances, maybe at work, or your personal relationships, your family relationships, maybe relationships at the gym, whatever it is. How would that future self be strutting around? What would the conversations be like that future self would be having? And you really want to step into those shoes And again, start integrating that, because when you start making that future self a part of your current reality on a consistent basis, eventually the mind doesn't know the difference, and then it starts to accept that new identity. One of the strongest manifestation techniques is to assume a certain personal identity, because your environment is always going to mirror your self-identity. So the more that you focus on bringing that future self into your current reality, the more your physical reality is going to send back evidence to you that your new perceived self-identity is actually true. And then you start slowly stepping into that future that you want by integrating that future self. And you'll be able to use your future self as kind of a barometer for gauging whether you're moving toward your future self or moving away from it. And you can always ask yourself, is what I'm doing right now moving me toward my future self or keeping me behind? Step number 2, inspect what you expect. Meaning, if you have goals, set little frequent goals along the way to make sure that you are on track. Remember, if you're not inspecting it, you can't expect it. Okay, so you've got to keep on track. So if you have a really big goal, set small goals along the way. So if you have a goal by summer, set a weekly goal just to make sure that you are still on track. And don't have goals just floating around in your head. Write them down. There's really power in the written word. If it's written, it is done. I don't know if you guys can see in the background that whiteboard. That's basically how I stay organized. I keep all of my goals written down. And also make sure that you have a due date on every single goal. Because if there's no due date, there's no timeline to get it done, and then it turns into a someday. And the old expression, I haven't found someday on the calendar yet, but when you find it, let me know. So make sure you guys are writing down your goals. Make sure those goals have a due date, and inspect all along the way each goal to get to the bigger goal. Remember, what you inspect is what you expect. Step number 3, get active and eat right. I am going to be making a separate video on how health and fitness relates to spirituality. They pretty much go hand in hand. They're a vibrational match. But for this segment, you have to incorporate exercise and eating right. Now, if many of you are in self-help, you already have a good exercise routine. But for those of you that don't already have a good exercise routine or something that you do to stay active, take some baby steps. Maybe get up a little bit early to take a walk in the morning before work, just to get the blood pumping. Or after dinner, instead of sitting on the couch watching TV, take a walk around the block. But the thing about exercise is that it releases pent up stress. It releases endorphins. It clears your mind and helps your mind focus much better. And you're able to view whatever is going on in your life from a stronger, healthier standpoint, because you're not blowing something out of proportion, because you've already decharged all of the stress, the pent-up stress. You've gotten that out of your system, and you're able to look at whatever situation is facing you with a clearer mind. Now, in regards to nutrition, come on guys, come on Light Fam, be honest with yourself. You already know what is bad, okay? Fast foods, sodas, refined sugar, sugar substitutes, starches. Get that junk out of your life. Listen, not only is it poison for your body temple, but it's much harder to raise your vibration if you're putting low vibrational foods into your body. And that's the thing. We already know the the health detractors here, but as far as raising your vibration spiritually, you know, what you experience in your life is a direct result of the vibration that you're emanating. So if you're putting low vibrational food into your system, it's going to be tougher for you to raise your vibration and experience things in your physical reality of a higher vibration. So that might be something else to kind of consider as to why you need to start getting that stuff out of your life. Now I am going to be making a separate video on spiritual nutrition and be giving you guys a diet that will at least give you some type of a blueprint where you can at least get started in the right direction. Step number 4, meditate. Light fam, I cannot stress this enough. You have to set time aside for yourself. You have to set time aside to do some introspection, to do some inner work, sit in the silence with a clear mind and get your life together. I know that you probably believe that the priorities that you have in your life, those come first, and meditation is more of an afterthought if you have time or something that you'll do someday. But you're looking at it in reverse. As priority-wise, you're looking at it backwards because you're probably believing that what is in your life came first. But the reality is that whatever you have going on the inside is mirroring back to you. So you've got it backwards. Put the meditation first, raise your vibration, and then what you experience in life will be what you actually want to experience on a higher vibration. So you've got to set that time aside. You've got to get a good solid meditative practice, and then everything that you experience is going to be a mirror of the vibration that you are putting out. It's going to be a mirror of your self-identity. It's going to be a mirror of your belief system. And if you're meditating on a daily basis, then you probably have a pretty good, grounded, high belief system, and then that's what you're actually going to experience in the physical. So meditation is of the utmost importance if you want to experience the life that you want to live. I've studied a lot of successful people, billionaires, entrepreneurs. They all have a meditative practice. Now there's a million different ways to meditate. If you don't have a meditative practice, yes, I'm going to do a shameless plug. Go check out my video here, how to meditate for beginners, but take those baby steps. Set 15 minutes aside in the morning and also 15 minutes before you go to bed if you can, but at least the 15 minutes in the morning to get your day on the right vibration so you experience what you actually want to experience. You are not a victim of your environment. You're not a victim of circumstance. You put out the vibration and that's what you experience in return. Okay guys, so thank you for sticking around to the end of the video. Light fam, I really wanted to get a good video for 2020 out there to you guys, to set you guys on the right trajectory, to make sure that you are on track for your goals for 2020. Incorporate these 4 steps. I promise you, you will absolutely love the results. And Light fam, let's have a little bit of fun. Put some comments down below as to what your New Year's resolutions are. Let's get an open discussion. Let's see what those resolutions are. What are those goals going to be? And I do answer all of the comments, so I will be answering and hopefully giving you guys some additional insight on what your personal goals are. So let's have an open discussion. Also, if you know anyone who wants to go big, go hard in 2020, send them this video. You might make a positive impact in their life. As always, if you found value in this content, please click subscribe, smash that notification bell, click the like button, and as always, light, love, and abundance to all that are watching and to all you love. Peace, guys.